Come on, champ, let's
Living
go.
the main man,
Come
living
on.
life.
Hey, boy, you're gonna beat Wilder, bro.
That's what's happening. You know what's going
It's in
on.
December. December, yeah?
It's public news, but we're getting it down. We're throwing
Listen,
it down in
hey, listen,
December.
you gotta get that W.
God willing.
Come on, bro.
Yeah? And same to you, bro. Make sure you win this year.
Deontay Wilder has issued a warning to Anthony Joshua, and it's just icing on the cake for everything leading up to their potential fight. It turns out that the fight has been in the works for quite some time. Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott, has mentioned that they're on their way to signing a fight. Malik stated, "Nothing's been signed, but signing is almost upon us. The negotiations definitely are happening. Moves are being made. The business aspect is definitely being taken care of. Most of all, Deontay's being taken care of and is gonna get paid very well for his services, and that's the most important part to me. I feel very strongly that this is gonna happen, definitely more than a 50% mark. I'm 70, 75, possibly 80% sure this happens. The only thing that gives me any doubt is because I know the sport I'm in. I know how beautiful it is, but I know how it can let you down at times when it comes to big fights getting made. I'm not getting too excited." Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua seems pretty confident that the fight will be happening in December.
Come on, champ, let's
Living
go.
the main man,
Come
living
on.
life.
Hey, boy, you're gonna beat Wilder, bro.
That's what's happening. You know what's going
It's in
on.
December. December, yeah?
It's public news, but we're getting it down. We're throwing
Listen,
it down in
hey, listen, you
December.
gotta get that W.
God willing.
Come on, bro.
Yeah? And same to you, bro. Make sure you win this year.
Anthony Joshua's been training hard for the potential fight, and he even ended up breaking one of his training axes while preparing.
It's four, that's four now. How's you gonna get out?
Anthony Yard had been a big fan of the potential fight for quite some time, but he seems to have changed his tune. Anthony stated, "But Wilder is someone you can't go in there and be working on boxing school. You can't, because Wilder's got that thing, same as Tank Davis. Tank Davis is obviously a better IQ boxer, but Wilder always had that thing. He's dropped everyone he's been in the ring with. He fought Fury 3 times. If it wasn't Fury, no one else is getting up. Everyone saw the first fight he got up like The Undertaker, out of nowhere. Will Joshua get up from those kinds of punches? I don't know. Personally, I don't want the fight to happen. I wanted Anthony Joshua to fight Fury first, and that would have been a historic fight for England. But now, I don't know, man." Sean Porter seems to think that this would be a great fight, though.
EJ, I would also like to see AJ versus Wilder. I think Wilder would beat him, but I think that would be a really good fight. I think maybe one more fight with Coach Derek James, and they will be ready for a Deontay Wilder fight. I think right now Deontay would have the better, would get the best of Anthony Joshua. I think maybe one more fight for Anthony Joshua to get his feet wet, to get a little bit more confident and comfortable with Coach Derek James, and I think they would be ready for that fight. And I also think that even though both guys have lost a number of fights since that fight was like really, really hyped up and talked about, I think that would still be a really good fight. I think that fight was still sell, and definitely a fight I welcome.
According to Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua has a 2-fight plan to finish out the second half of 2023. Eddie stated, "I spoke to AJ about Fury's approach. AJ laughed and said, 'Isn't he fighting Jai Opetaia or Dempsey McKean or John Jones?' I said, 'No, they're telling us they want to fight you, but we're fighting in August and September. That's our plan. Right now, our plan remains the same, August and Deontay Wilder in December, so we'll see what happens in Saudi Arabia this week. That's our plan. That's what we're moving forward with this week. If we can't make that happen, we'll 100% look at the Tyson Fury fight. We're being told that the deal with Saudi Arabia is on the verge of being closed, but we'll see. We're not closing the door to the Tyson Fury fight, we're just making sure that Anthony Joshua's career goes according to plan and isn't messed around by other people." Carl Frampton was asked what he thought would happen in a potential fight, and he warned Anthony Joshua about Deontay Wilder. Carl Frock is confident in his prediction as well, but his would be a way more impressive finish. Carl stated, "I think Deontay Wilder beats Anthony Joshua in a round 1 knockout because Wilder knows that AJ is gun-shy now. Wilder will get to him. In 3 minutes, Wilder will line him up and get to him with a shot, so that fight could be over as early as round 1. AJ's been fighting gun-shy now since the Andy Ruiz fight, where he chinned him. Joshua doesn't need to retire, but I would say he's past his best and on the slide. I don't know where his motivation is now. Joshua's had a fantastic career financially, but maybe it niggles him that he probably got no real legacy. According to Malik Scott, Deontay Wilder could end up facing another big name before potentially fighting Anthony Joshua. Malik stated, "Absolutely, I would like him to fight between now and December. That's no secret at all. Andy Ruiz is right there in the mix. Anything can happen. We're one move away from making very crucial decisions for the better of Deontay's career. For Deontay not to fight between now and December, the compensation that Deontay would need to receive would have to be extremely high because, once again, he's a businessman. He doesn't sit around and wait. So if he considers sitting around and waiting, then he'll have to be compensated. And he'll have to be compensated very, very well because that means he's putting a lot of opportunities on hold, putting his legacy on hold, and to do that, you have to compensate a man like Deontay. No matter who Deontay faces, Joe Rogan thinks he's one of the greatest of his division.
If you think about guys like Deontay Wilder, who's arguably the greatest heavyweight knockout artist ever. Deontay Wilder, at one point in time, I think his record was roughly somewhere around 39-0. But anyway, he beat him by decision in the first fight, and then he KO'd him in the second fight. And the KO in the second fight is crazy. He's got his hands down, standing in front of him, and he just walks towards him and cracks him. He's a guy that won a bronze medal in the Olympics a year and a half in training. Like, his power is just like from God. It's like he's a from God power.
Deontay or
Deontay?
Yeah.
Bob Arum even gave his prediction, and he thinks this is a clear-cut fight to predict. Bob stated, "The only question in a Deontay Wilder-Anthony Joshua fight is, in my opinion, what round Wilder knocks Joshua out. But believe me, he'll knock Joshua out." From a technical standpoint, Dominic Ingle is choosing Deontay Wilder to come out on top as well. Ingle stated, "The way Wilder is, he's reckless when he fights, and Anthony Joshua isn't. He's got the reach, he's got the recklessness, he'll throw caution to the wind. He's got the power, and he'll get off the floor and he'll fight. He's also boxed Tyson Fury 3 times, something Joshua hasn't done. So you've got to give him full credit for how he is. I think it'd be a very difficult job for Anthony Joshua to beat Deontay Wilder. Very difficult. I don't think he has the ability to." Roy Jones Jr. believes that Anthony should fix one thing before agreeing to fight Deontay. Roy stated, "It's a very tough fight for him. I love AJ to death and I think he's a great fighter, but his issue right now is dealing with punches coming back at him, so you don't want to fight Wilder. Those punches that will be coming at you from him are different to anybody else in the division, so he's got to get that taken care of before he goes in front of Wilder." Deontay Wilder has warned Anthony that he'll make him the first knockout Saudi Arabia has seen in the boxing league.
It's really happening. What can we expect?
Shit. What should we expect, bro?
Under this, man.
You say under 3?
Same one.
Why?
I'm gonna just put it like this. I'll just keep it sweet. I'm gonna give Saudi their first knockout victim. You know what I mean? I can deliver that for you. You know, they haven't had that much excitement for as knockout somebody, you know, looking like they.
You gonna bless him?
I'm gonna bless him real good. Bless him real good. So, I mean, you know, any Deontay Wilder fight you can expect that. So, but this one's gonna be real special. I got some special that I'm gonna put on the punch with this one.
Yeah, he's marinated.
Deontay's admitted that he has a backup fight planned if Anthony tries to back out again. Deontay stated, "I'm all for it, but he's, Usyk, a little afraid. Not a little afraid, but a lot afraid. I'm in the business, so I know many things. I'm ready to go at any given moment in time. They know that. I don't do all that stuff negotiating points and contracts. I don't put up much of a fight as far as trying to get a fight done. We all can eat at the heavyweight table. That's how we should be, being able to help each other eat. It's not about overpricing yourself out of a fight because we're all risking our lives. So damn, let us at least get a piece of the pie." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.